Hello, everybody. My name is Eddie Block, and I'm here to talk about why the college kids now are becoming so liberal. I go to Fresno State, which is a university here in California, and I'm conservative. It's hard to believe, right? Well, a couple months ago, I was afraid to wear this hat, or I wouldn't wear my MAGA hat, and I slowly started wearing it after my good friend Maddie Mueller. We went and helped her out of her school where they took her hat away from her. In fact, they took her hat yesterday. So ever since that day, I've been wearing my MAGA hat or my Trump hat every day to school. I'm no longer ashamed of it. And what I see is we have all these policies in California that if the student doesn't graduate and go on to college, then the schools lose points. The principals can get fired. The teachers can get fired. So what do you think happens then? They don't want to get fired. I mean, yes, we don't pay our teachers enough. Believe me, they need to be paid more. And once they get a job, they really don't want to be fired from it. So what do? They pass the kids, so that way the credentials of the school gets better. You get a green apple, or whatever the heck they want to call it now. So of course these teachers are going to pass the kids along because they don't want to lose their job. But are they really doing what's good for their students? They're not. Yes, I understand. They get more funding, and they say, yeah, but you know what? We'll get a computer, and next year we're going to do better. But they never do. That money is hardly anything, and these kids, they're not showing up. Number one, parents need to make sure their kids are in school and teach them respect. But secondly, the teachers need to do the same thing. The teachers need to be there for their students. And I'm not saying all teachers are bad, but they need to stop passing students who don't deserve to pass, which makes it what happens when they get to college. So they're in college now, and they haven't been taught critical thinking. They haven't been taught to even think for themselves. And you go to college that's full of liberal teachers, and the liberal teachers are teaching them their liberal policies and their liberal beliefs. So then what's going to happen? These kids become liberal. They've already gotten into college, which probably is paid for free because they're a minority of some sort. And then they sit there and they can't even, think for themselves. Why are we going to do this? Why are we going to do this to our kids? It's not fair to the kids, and it's not fair to the rest of the United States. So why do it? Then you have, affirmative action. We had a bake sale the other day on campus. We didn't charge any kids, but it was an affirmative action bake sale. And what we taught them was, if you're Chinese, you pay $1.25 for this candy bar. If you're African American, you only pay 75 cents. If you're Hispanic, you only pay 75 cents. And the reason why we did that is because that's what affirmative action does. Affirmative action sits there and teaches people that, I'm a minority, I can't do any better, so I need a helping hand. But that's not true. I know plenty of minorities that are doing awesome. They've done big things. They started their business, or they've gone to college and become doctors. But those are the people that worked hard. In all of my classes, we have to do what's called peer reviews. And I have to read papers from these other students. And these students don't know how to read or write properly. They don't know theirs. They don't know how to properly, punctuate a sentence. It's funny how many times I see ain't or you ain't got no, it's funny. And it's actually sad, not funny, because these students should know. They should have been taught by their teachers. But because of the affirmative action and because of the bonuses that the schools get for graduating students, they graduate them. So that's why the students are becoming so liberal, because they're so used to getting everything free in their life. Then they make these liberal teachers, and the teachers teach them to be liberal. And since they can't critically think for themselves, they go off and they do that. So, like I said, this is what I figured out. The kids that are going to college, most of them are not smart enough to be there. College should be a privilege, not a right. It's a privilege to go to college. You have to earn that degree. And these people aren't earning the degree, so why should they work at it? Why should they do good? And then all they got to do is follow their teachers, what their teachers say. And their teachers tell them how to get away with stuff. I'm in classes to where, oh my gosh, you're a day late on your paper. Oh, okay, I'll give you another week. Then they give another week, and then they're still late too. So what's the point? I got mine in on time. I didn't get any extra credit. I didn't get anything beneficial for it. So why should they? We need to stop this in our colleges. We need to find faculty that are more conservative and teach them, and not be afraid to say they're conservative. I have plenty of conservative teachers on my campus, but they're afraid to tell anybody that they're conservative because they don't want to lose their job. Anyways, my name is Eddie Block, and hope to be coming to you soon again. And I'm going to start up a page called the Conservative, or the College Conservative, with Eddie Block, and that's going to be me. And I want to go around to all these different universities all over the United States and help out clubs such as Turning Point and other Republican Party clubs or conservative clubs on campuses, so they can get the word out and so students won't be afraid. Anyways, folks, have a great day, and that's it for me.